Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to Century Farm Organics channel. Today we are on our last field. I'm just gonna start spreading the first load of manure. This is actually an alfalfa field. The dark spots you see, we did some tiling out in this field, and we're gonna be applicating manure, throwing down 3 tons an acre of our turkey litter that just came out of the barn. We just had a barn clean out. That's why we're so late. We've been done harvesting now for 2 weeks. It is November, I believe, 17th. I haven't checked my phone yet. But yeah, we are going to be working on putting down manure, and Kevin's on his way with the 12 bottom plow. So I'm going to get started so that he can open up the land and get going. And yeah, we're going to see how today goes. Okay, we have been spreading now. I've been spreading for a little over 3 hours. I have almost 60 acres done, which is surprising because this field is really rough over those tile lines. We have a bunch of tile in this field, got a bunch of tile put into this field, and it is not fun bouncing over them. If you're a farmer, you know what I'm talking about. Kevin even dissed them down, but they are still awfully rough. And these side hills washed out pretty bad in this alfalfa, so that's not fun either. But we're getting the job done. Probably only gonna put out about 80 to 100 acres for Kevin to get plowed up. He's down there plowing right now. He's got a pretty good start as well. So things have been going good here. So I just wanted to talk about this field a little bit. So that right now is our second year, quote unquote, farming this field. So what we did to transition this field to organic is we planted alfalfa. We didn't use any fertilizer or any sort of chemical on this since we took over. We have alfalfa in it. We had a dairy that's just north of here, 3 miles, that took all the hay off of it for us. So all he did was cut, raked, and baled it, and that's how we transitioned for the 2 years. So now the reason we are spreading and plowing is because next spring we can come on this farm, we can do our field cultivating, and then plant corn. We're gonna plant an organic corn variety, and then we will wait until later that fall till our dates meet. So we have to wait 3 years from the last time a non-organic pass was applied to this field. So we can backdate that, or we can just line up our harvest dates, which is what we'll probably do. We'll probably just go from the date that we know the corn was off the field. That's just probably the safest way to do it. And that's what we're gonna do. We'll just wait on our corn until after that date. We'll harvest it, and then it's organic corn because it's had that 3 years of no chemical, no fertilizer, none of that in the ground. We've kind of cleansed the ground, they call it. So we've done our part, so now we get to reap our rewards. We get to have organic corn. So usually we have pretty good corn on alfalfa ground. We'll get a little bit of a nitrogen credit from it, not like an alfalfa field that's been alfalfa for 5 years. This was only an alfalfa for 2 years, but we'll get a decent alfalfa credit on it. We're putting down a good shot of nitrogen here with our own turkey litter, and yeah, we will go from there. This is my first time doing anything in this field. I didn't help dig it, I didn't help plant it. So far it seems like a really good field. Seems like it lays really nice. Mile long rounds, super efficient. Both Kevin and I are getting a lot of things done because you're not picking up and turning around constantly. You just get to go, go, go. That's what I like. So I think this is where I'm gonna quit filming. I'm gonna go give Kevin the camera and let him talk about the Salford plow. But before I do that, just want to say thank you guys for watching and subscribing. It's been truly a blessing, and don't forget about my subscriber giveaway. So I've done one already at 400. The next one, we're getting close to 500 as we're recording this. I think I'm at 477, so 23 subscribers away from giving away another reward. board. So if you're watching and you're not subscribed, I'd truly appreciate it. It's something you can do easy and it doesn't cost you anything. So if you guys could do that, that'd be great. I'll give Kevin the camera and you guys get to watch the plow run.
We just have to plow this field because I don't know if you guys can see, but all them ruts, I'll go out and put you guys on the plow to ride along with, but this in the organic system, this is the only way to terminate our alfalfa. There's no other way. Otherwise, the alfalfa will just keep coming back next year in our cornfields and just cause a huge headache and rob us of moisture. So we gotta just plow this under and get rid of it. And this is just the best way. I mean, we're turning over every inch of this field out here. So we're going about, I don't know, 9-10 inches deep, and it's actually working pretty good. We were awfully dry in this area, so we were a little worried the plow wouldn't go into the ground, but yeah, it's been working pretty smooth today, so can't complain. So our objective out here is we just have to make sure we terminate all this alfalfa. So yeah, this is pretty much the only way, because we can't use any chemicals or anything in an organic system. So this is the only chance we got to get rid of this alfalfa, and we could never spring plow with our heavier clay soils. It would be a nightmare to try to plant into in the spring. So yeah, that's just the way that goes, and we're doing what we have to do, and we're thankful for the beautiful weather we have late into November. It usually isn't this nice, so we lucked out this year. But yeah, that's my furrow I gotta follow, and then like that, I said, that front tire that we have, I have to keep that in there, in that furrow on the plow. So then right here I can nudge it 2 inches one way or the other, and then I just click that and I'll go 2 inches to the left, or click it and go 2 inches to the right, or multiple inches at a time if I have to. So yeah, it just seems to be working really well. Sorry for the glare on the windshield, but yeah, I got that front tire right in that furrow, and yeah, it's just working smooth. And let's get out and we'll take a look at why we're how we know that we're gonna kill or terminate this alfalfa. So I'll just kind of slow down. Maybe not supposed to do this, but oh well, don't tell anyone, please. I'll just leave it right in the ground. So yeah, try not to trip on my way out of the cab. But right here you'll see furrow, I'm kind of not quite 100% into it. I could shift over a few inches. So oh, you guys caught me screwing up, or you guys screwed me up actually. So but here it is, it's kind of just one 6 bottom hooked to another 6 bottom right here, and then it just folds around, and then it's just constantly turning over dirt. I mean, so it works really good. And how I know we are going to terminate this alfalfa, see this plant, has to be terminated down here, because if you terminate it just a little bit higher, it's just going to keep coming back on us. So you can see all the plants that I have pulled up. So we're doing exactly what we want to do, what we're out here to do. So it's working excellent, I would say. And we actually have pretty good moisture. Like I said, we were dry, still are kind of dry, but it seemed to, maybe some moisture came up, I don't really know. So here's my dead furrow, we call it. And then so yeah, it's running along good. The Salford 12 bottom, they do not make plows anymore. So finding parts has been relatively easy so far, but other than that, hopefully we either someday find someone that makes a plow. I like plowing some fields, a certain amount of our acres, a certain percentage, maybe 25% a year would be nice, just so we turn that soil over and kind of get ourselves to restart our seed bed and kind of bury that weed seed deeper. And then then if it's deeper, it's harder for it to come up. Or when it does germinate, it is harder for it to come up. right, so it's kind of windy today too, but hopefully your ride along was good. I'll just show you a couple things. So we have all these tile lines too, and that kind of, the plowing seems to kind of help level them out. You can kind of tell where the line is. It's just a little bit taller, so hopefully that'll help us settle out in the spring, and then then it isn't so rough when we come over it with cultivators and stuff like that, because we make so many passes in the summer. So that'll be nice too. The plowing seems to help it out. Plus we'll terminate this alfalfa. Plus we're burying all of our litter. So we're, getting done with all these things we want to do. And I'll just show you guys down here so this is one of the outlets. Probably not running yet. We didn't hook it. This one up, I don't think, is hooked into any existing tile. So yeah, it ain't running yet. Kind of low on water too. So, but yeah, this right in this field we have a ditch that we're gonna outletted all of our water to. So that was quite nice with this farm too. So yeah, this plow has got a few wearable parts. So I guess what we did this fall was, these are the shares. Kind of warm actually. So no, we're wearing them, but we replaced these, and then we replaced this shin right here, and then we flipped all these guides right here. So yeah, it's the downside of a plow. Seems to take a few parts, but this one does an awesome job. I mean, it just one of the best ones I've ever ran. I guess I've only ran 3 or 4 of them. So, but it is quite the art to plow, because you don't just start in one corner of the field. You got to kind of strike a land, so you have to make two pieces. You have to strike a land, so then you go down once and then come right back beside it, and then you just keep looping around it until it gets too big, and then you go to then you go strike another land a little ways down, and then start going again, and then you fill in your centerpiece. So I didn't explain that very well, but it is an art. So like I said, we probably won't have a ton of weed pressure on this field, but it's just good if we can get rid of that alfalfa. That's the main thing, which we've benefited from. But now it's time for it to go, and we're going to plant some organic corn in it. So yeah, I'm almost to the road. The road's right there. Then I go to about right there, the edge of the ditch. So should be not too much further, and then I'll go strike another land up to where Kyle's spread to. So with litter, we don't really want to get too far ahead of ourselves, so we will only have as much spread as I can get dug in tonight, because we don't want this litter sitting on top of the ground. It's going to volatilize, which means basically a lot of our fertilizer value in it will go away. The nitrogen, a lot of it will, if we leave it sit on top of the ground. So that's definitely what we don't want to do, just because it's our only source of fertilizer out here. So in order to grow good corn, we have to have our fertilizer applied and do it correctly. So, and some of that's learning from times of screwing it up and not doing it correctly. So, but you'll always have that. So yeah, I don't know, still plowing, still doing a nice job. But yeah, we're getting down to the end of our tillage season, the end of our tractor driving season, and then we'll be in the shop or driving truck, and you guys could ride along for that. So I'll probably end this here, and we'll see what Kyle can do with this video, and maybe he wants to do something else or talk a little bit more, but I'm gonna sign out. So we will see you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we need you guys to tell more people about it so we can keep going, keep this thing going. So it's been fun, it's been interesting. So, and Kyle told me to be more enthusiastic and energetic, so let's see if I did a good enough job with that today. All right, we'll see you in the next one.